Good morning, folks. Welcome to another edition of Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Paul Lavoie. It is a very cold and chilly day and very icy, so if I fall, just go ahead and laugh and then we'll just move on. But today we're going to be showing you a 2025 Freightliner M2 106 Plus with the Summit Hauler conversion. But this one's a little bit different than the other ones we're showing because this one is the champagne color. It's a very, very nice color with a metallic, really pops in the sun. It makes it look absolutely awesome on going down the road. Up front here, we do have the Summit Hauler custom grille, letting you know that this has the Summit Hauler conversion. I love how this actually sets up really nice. Down below here, you do have Freightliner's three-piece bumper. If anything does happen on the road, it's very easy to change these out. 1, 2, and 3, get you on your road, back on the road very quickly. Down below there, recovery hooks if you need to pull anything out. Very important piece right here is your Detroit Assurance safety package. That is your front end crash alert. If anybody does brake in front of you and you're not paying attention, it will alert you and actually brake for you, but let's hope you are paying attention. On the actual hood, this is a compressed fiberglass hood, very durable. In Colorado, we get a lot of hail here. You're not gonna be getting the little dings on the normal aluminum or steel hoods. Opening it up is actually easy. You just gotta make sure the straps are undone on the side. Lift it up from the middle right there, very easy. In the engine compartment right here, we have the Cummins ISL 9 engine, coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. Mechanically inclined, very easy to work on in here. You got your air filter up there, your coolant reservoir right over there, dumping your oil in right there, and then of course your dipstick right here. Fuse relay box. That is one of two, very easy to access and work on. Just a couple of straps right there, open it up, and it's very easy to actually see everything in there. Power steering fluid reservoir right there, and of course your fuel filter water separator right there. A nice feature they always add to this, if you kept the electronics on, the battery does die, there's two leads right here where you can get a quick jump, making it so you don't have to access the batteries in this particular function. Once you need to maintenance batteries, I'll show you where that compartment's actually at. I'm gonna shut this hood, hopefully I don't fall. Very easy to do it even if you are on ice, just pushing it right there. It's gonna fight you a little bit because it does have that safety feature of the hydraulics pushing back at you, but that is designed for if you are working inside here, a gust of wind doesn't come and actually push it closed. Just make sure you do strap it down once you are done. Tires right here, we've got the Michelin X. They are the 255 80R 22.5. With the Alcoa wheels right here, that's pretty standard with the Freightliners, very durable actual wheel, but we always add the extra drum in here. It has the ball bearings in it, so it's balancing out the tire, so you don't need to put the extra weights in there. I love that they actually add that feature. Right here, for these cold days like today, engine block heater. You're gonna be plugging into that, making sure your fuel doesn't get gunked up. You got two step-ups right here, very large step-ups, large surface area, so we're not gonna be slipping with the track system right here. It is the anti-slip. Just making sure that you are doing the 3 points of contact, though, being safe as possible. Cover right here, it is a lockable cover. This is the access to your fuel and your DEF. The left one is your fuel. It is a 50-gallon tank. You do have another 50-gallon tank on the other side, making it a total of 100 gallons. The DEF tank right here is 6 gallons, and you're roughly getting about 350 miles per gallon on that. I did say it's lockable, just right there, very easy. Jumping in the cab right here. It's going to show off the Summit Hauler conversion. This is where most of the conversion is actually done. Right here we've got the black leather, very durable seat, very comfortable seat. It is an air ride seat. Adjustments are accordingly just right here. Very easy to do. This is your tilt feature, your lumbar right here, and then of course this one actually has heated and cooled seats, and that's the button for that. Down below you've got Freightliner's kill switch. If you're not a daily driver on this and you want to turn off all the electronics and save your batteries, you'll just do a little click right there, turn it off. Very easy to do. In the back here, we also have a light test button. You'll push that before you're ready to go. Walk around the entire truck, making sure all your indicator lights are actually working properly. As we shut, I'm going to show you the side mirrors right here. These are safety mirrors. If you do hit something or something hits you, easily just breaks away, making it so it's not going to shear it off. And then you won't have to replace it. Up top here, we do have a heated and powered mirror along with your indicator lights right here. And then of course your walleye vision shooting you out even further, making sure that you're looking everywhere with your blind zone warnings. Coming down here, right here, you do have your trickle charger. If you want to top off those batteries, it's very easy to do. Just plug in your normal 110, easy enough right there. Hopping in the back here, There is your 3-passenger sofa. Very, very nice. If you do hit your hours if you're doing this commercially, very easy to set this down, or you can pull over and set this down as a bed, and DOT does regulate this as your bed, so it does count. Just make sure you do have your blanket and pillow. Covering up right here, this is where you're going to access your batteries that you have on here. Very easy to do. 3 bolts right here, 1 in the back. Then you can pull that cover off and maintenance the batteries however you would like. Coming down here, you still see the step-ups here going all along the side of the truck. But right here, we have one of 2 storage bins. This size, diamond plated, very durable. We like to have these storage bins so you're not putting your tools inside your truck and tearing up your truck. We do add a air line in there. That's the one that's actually in there. We haven't done it to this one yet, but we will be doing it. Also a fire extinguisher. But you can store basically anything you want in here that will fit. It is weatherproofing. You do have the weatherproofing on the outside, but another feature, it is lockable if you do have luggage or anything like that. Dropping down, this is the other storage of one of 2 of this side. Putting chains in there, flares, diamond plated, very durable, also lockable and weatherproof as well. All 4 of them are. Coming up the bed here, you're gonna notice the entire bed is diamond plated. Like I said, durable. It is an aluminum bed, making it lightweight. And some people would say, hey, that might actually be not a good thing if you're not trailering anything, but we do put a steel bed in, or a steel plate in there to add the 800 pounds on there, equaling out the actual truck. Right here, you do have a couple of pre-drilled holes right here. You can add an exterior storage bin if you like. We do sell those where they actually customize fitting into the headache rack right here, which is a nice little feature they add. Up top, you do have your indicators for braking and backup, and in the middle there, that's your backup camera for if you're hooking up to your 5th wheel or gooseneck, or if you're just wanting to look behind you. We do use a Voyager system here where you can add up to 4 cameras on it, which is a very nice feature. You also have the capability of wireless as well. In the middle here, this is what we call our trough system. This is where you're going to be hooking up to your 5th wheel and or gooseneck. We have already pre-drilled holes for both 5th wheel and gooseneck. I always recommend the 5th wheel Hensley because it does have the air ride on there, but if you're using gooseneck, you can set it up to where you can have a drop in or just have a 2 5/16 3-inch ball, whatever you would like. Hookups for your electronics for your trailing right here. And then your hookup for your Voyager system for your trailer if you want a camera system back there. Right here, this is our Gen Y 32,000 pound weight limit bumper pull hitch. Fully customizable. As you can see on the side, you can do these 4 different heights right here. You can even change out which hitch you want. Right now we have the 2 5/16, or you can pull that out, flip it over, you have a 2-inch, but very interchangeable, very easy to access as well. I did miss one thing in the bed. I'm sorry, Jody, to have you come back over here. The track system that's actually in here. This is a 1,000 pound weight limit track system that we have added onto this. Tying anything down, you can put a spare tire, really anything that you would like. Also, I got a question earlier that I wanted to go over from a client that is actually looking at these. He was asking the height of the actual vehicles. So the height of these is roughly about 10.5 feet. The width is roughly about 8 feet, provided that the side mirrors are a little bit wider. You're going about a foot farther on that one. But as you can, getting back into this, you can see the other 2 storage bins right here. The exact same on the other side. Diamond plated, lockable, weatherproof. Make sure that you are stepping on only the ones that actually have the track system if you're trying to access into the actual cab or the actual truck bed. Don't step on the wheel wells. They're not designed for actually people to hold weight. Here is your other fuel storage bin. Fuel bin. Once again, 50 gallons on this side, 50 gallons on the other side, making it a total of 100. If you do want to fill up totally, you will have to fill up both, but it is a self-leveling system, making it so you can actually fill the entirety 100 gallons on there. Getting up into here, you're going to see the front cab where your passengers are going to be sitting. Same setup as the other side. Air ride seat, lumbar, heating and cooled, and then your tilt feature. I was telling you earlier that there is a fuse panel. There's 2 fuse panels in here. This is where the other one is. It's right here, access panel. You'll just pull down like that and you'll be able to access it just right in there. Looking in the back here, you're looking at the other side of the rear. He's going to show you the back console, showing you that you have a couple of power options if you want to top off those batteries, charge them up for either your phone, tablet, laptop, anything that you can think of that you need a plug-in for. As we're hopping up in here, Whew, it is cold out there. I'm gonna give her a start. It is down here, and sorry I didn't start this earlier. But when you're doing the ignition switches down here, down by my left leg, you're gonna put it in accessories mode, let it click there for about 5 seconds, just doing its safety check. And then of course you can actually turn it on, clicks right on, you're good to go. It did give you a warning of watching out for ice, so be careful with that. But as you can see here, very, very large very large windshield right here, 2,500 square inches of windshield, making it so that you can actually see everything out on the road. You're being safe as possible, but also this part right here is another part of your Detroit Assurance safety package. This is more for the lane keep assist, but it also does couple with the front end crash alert. If you're going outside of your lane and you're not signaling, it is going to give you an audible warning, and it gets very annoying. So just be wary of that and make sure you're signaling. If you don't like that, you do have the capability of doing it with a switch down below, and I will show you that in just a second. Well, we're going to stay up top here. A couple of storage bins right here, putting whatever you want, registration, insurance, or anything like that. Any type of files you want to keep up there that's small enough. To the left side right here, we've got our backup system. This is what I was going over, the Voyager system that we have. Like I said, you have the capability of doing it up to 4 cameras on there. This will stay on while you're driving, no matter what. You have the capability of turning it off just by this button right here, but you can actually set up the brightness as well, and you can cycle through the different cameras of what you are right now. Right now we are on camera 1. You go to camera 2, 3, and 4. Nice feature, split screen 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Customize it however you want, making it a very nice feature that they have. Up here you've got your air horn, and then your secondary mic for your Bluetooth right here. Your first one is on the middle up top. Coming down to the door panel right here, these are all the controls for your windows and your side mirrors. Up top here you've got controls for that. Side mirrors right here, adjusting, and then your heated defrost right here. This rear one is for the actual windows. This is a crew cab having 4 windows, but there's only 2 switches. So what you'll do is you'll just, if you want to adjust the back mirrors, you'll hit this and then adjust it accordingly. And then of course, when you want to go back to the front, you would knock that off. Locking and unlocking. Left side of the steering wheel here, we've got controls for the actual dashboard. Very easy to navigate through. You can customize it however you would like. To the left here, you've got your turn signals and your wipers. To the right side over here, you've got answering, hanging up phone calls, and then your cruise control right here. Going over the gauges right here, easy enough. Oil pressure right here, your RPMs, your fuel gauge right here. This does have 2 knobs right here, just letting you know, hey, the white one is your fuel, the blue one is your def. On the right side, you've got your speedometer, and then you've got your PSI rating for your air. It does have a primary and secondary gauge. Primary is white, secondary is blue, and water temperature right there. Coming down right here, this is how you'll control your transmission. Very easy to do, just drive neutral and reverse. Whenever you're ready, you got to have your foot fully compressed on the brake, and then you can actually put it into gear. And you do have a 6-speed transmission. If you want to go to an automatic mode right here, you would just hit the button just like that. And then going up and down in gears, you're going to be going up in gears, down in gears, just like that. Last feature, this is a very important one, is your engine brake. It has a 3-level braking system on that. Up top is off, and then you'll just click down 1, 2, 3, and that's all that you got for the engine brake right there. Your trailer's air supply right here. Here's your air supply for your actual truck. Right here you have controls for your subwoofer for your system. And right here you have, this is our red arc system that we've added to it. You can set your gain if you have electronic brakes, however intense you want, depending on your load. Hazards right here, dome light, footwell light, and then pre-trip light. Pre-trip light is very important. It's similar to what the other one was on the inside of the door panel. This one will do both the truck and the trailer, so just make sure that you're doing that and pressing it and walking around the actual vehicle, making sure all your indicator lights are actually on. Right here we have optional switches you can add stuff to right now. What we've done with this one, we have actually added a utility light in the back, so you can actually see if you're hooking up to anything. You'll click that, the back lights actually turn on, making it illuminating the way, so you're not going to be bumping into any trailers that you're hooking up to. But you can add anything you really want to, a light bar up front, or you can even add a winch if you'd like. Customize it however you would like. Right here, this is tied more towards the safety packages. This first one is automatic braking assist, lane departure warning, and automatic traction control. These first 3 buttons, they're always on. These are the buttons to turn it off. This 4th button is your shutdown override button. If you're caught in the middle of the highway or in the middle of a road, and you're getting a warning saying, hey, we're gonna be shutting down because there's something internally going on with the engine, and you want to get to a safe place, so what you would do is hit that button, pull over to the side, just make sure you're doing it as fast and as safely as possible, and then you actually shut off the engine, and that will turn off that button. Right here, controls for the rear air for your passengers, cooling, heating, and then the fan speed right here. If you're in the neutral position, that means that it is off. And right here, you've got your rear differential lock. If you're going into a low trailer, right here, this is your suspension dump, dropping it down even further than what you already have. Right here, it's cold enough, I can access these ones right here. These are HDMI and USB-A. These are controls for your actual infotainment system that's right up here. You can have Apple and Android CarPlay, but you have to be plugged in. But it's very easy to navigate around this. You don't need to be technology inclined. Radio, your navigation's down here if you don't want to use your Apple or Android CarPlay. Easy enough. You also have a couple of power options right here if you want to top off your tablet, laptop, or anything like that. 12 volts up top, USB-C's down below. In the middle here, you've got controls for your front air, fan speed right here, different zones, and then the heating and cooling, and recirculated air right there. Very, very large middle console area right here. 4 big old cup holders holding basically anything you want. If something does spill, they're very easily able to take them out. And then in the middle console area, you have a very large area to store anything you want, files, if you're using it for commercial use or anything like that. That about does wrap this one up, guys, though. I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Once again, this is a 2025 Freightliner M2 106 Plus with the Summit Hauler conversion with the champagne color, which is absolutely awesome. If you're interested in this one or any of the other vehicles on our lot, my information's down below. Feel free to get a hold of me. It's paul.lavoie@transwest.com or 303-503-3305. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.